going on YouTube? As always, my name is Kevin, or Kevs, or whatever floats your boat. Welcome back to Black Ops 7 with rank play coming out today, literally on this day. I figured, you know, why not make the best settings video for you guys so you guys are ready to go on rank play. So without further ado, let's get right into the settings and then the class setups. Going right into our controller settings right here. I am currently on a default button layout, kind of, for the most part. My buttons, so I play with the Battle Beaver. So my left button is going to be jump, obviously my X button. My back right button is going to be circle, my knife button, and then I also crouch with my right stick right here. So with that being said, my button layout's a bit customized, so I have it like set up for that. You can probably see it down here right under me. Moving along, I play on 1.60, 1.60 for vertical and horizontal. I don't really touch anything else for the most part. I play with the front bumpers. No control vibration. Dead zones. Now this is the most important part. This is where you can really tweak your controller settings and really see what you really need to work on, or, you know, to what feels right for you. And every controller is very different, you know. What works for me might not work for you. The left stick minimum is going to be at a 2. My right stick max is going to be at a 6, 7. Get it? Moving on to the right stick minimum, it's going to be at a 3. And then my right stick max is going to be at a 99. My left and right trigger are going to be 0. Even though it doesn't really matter, I don't really use the back triggers. Those are my lethals and tacticals. So I just set it to 0 just in case. Another important setting right here, going to aim advanced settings right here. Make sure your thing is on instant and you are on dynamic. I don't really touch any of the curve slope scale. I don't really like I don't know. I just don't mess with it. I keep it normal. Moving on to movement. I play with sprint assist on, no tactical assist though. None of that, just regular sprint assist on. My sprint assist delay is going to be at a number 2. And then my sprint assist sideways and backwards is on as well. I don't really touch anything like this, crouch. I play with corner slice on. It just feels a lot more comfortable to me. Wall jump assist is off. I play on slide only since I play as a main AR on competitive COD. I don't really have a need to, like, you know, do the hybrid, you know, dolphin dive and shit like that. You know, if you're a sub player, then, you know, I would definitely recommend going to hybrid. But since I'm a main AR, all I do really is just iron or grab spawns and kind of just play for cuts. I don't really need to worry about that. So mine's on slide only. Moving down, airborne automatic airborne mantle is going to be off. Sprint restore is going to be on. Slide maintain sprint is on. And then down to the advanced movements, I play with double tap as my tactical sprint activation. Even though I don't use tactical sprint, we don't really need it anymore. But I still have mine set to double tap. And then ground mantle is off as well. Moving on to our graphic settings right here. This is what I'm currently running. I don't know why it's on borderless, but I play on exclusive. Definitely recommend play on exclusive. You get the best graphic settings, or not best input delay. The best. It's honestly the best. You get no input delay basically. You get possible more frames, and the game just runs 10 times smoother. I play on a 3070 Ti. I do need to upgrade that eventually, but that's what I'm playing on currently. I play on 143 refresh rate, 1920 by 1080 as my display resolution. Moving down, I play on NVIDIA Reflex low latency on plus boost. It just, I don't know, it just feels better. It just makes it more smoother for me anyways. VSync and VSync menus for gameplay is both off. Custom frame rate limit, I have set mine set to 145. I know some people have it set to unlimited. It really just depends on whether you want your PC to like work more than it really has to. And since my monitor is already at a 145 refresh rate, I might as well just set it back down to just 145 and then keep the menu and then out of focus when I'm tabbed out set to 60. Moving down to quality, I'm going to go through these really quick here. Personally, I believe DLSS just performs better in terms of performance. I have mine set to performance, and then my DLSS sharpness is set to 100. And this is very important right here. You want to make sure your DLSS model, if you have a 3070, like a 30 series or higher, I believe it is, you want to make sure it's on transformer instead of CNN. You just get a boost of FPS. It's amazing. AMD FSR frame generation is off. Ray tracing is obviously off. My VRAM scale set to 90. And then I'm just going to go through these really quickly. You guys can just feel free to pause. But basically everything's set to low or off, basically. I definitely recommend putting on-demand texture streaming to minimal and then changing this to 1.0 and 16 and then put on download limits. You get less packet burst. Moving down, everything's basically off or low. Again, I don't really touch any of it. I just, you know, I want the best FPS possible, so everything's very low or off. Moving down to field of view, I personally play on a 98. I don't know, I used to run a 103, but I don't know, I feel like 98's the best for me. You know, that's more personal preference, but that's just what I personally run. I play on affected. I play wide field of view, motion blur, and weapon motion blur is both off. And then first person camera movement is set to at least 50%. Moving down, that's just default settings right here. And that's basically it for my graphic settings. Moving to audio. So this is what I'm currently rocking right here. I play a default device system mainly because I have a 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤, so it kind of covers that entire aspect for me. But the most important thing here is headphone bass boost or personal preference sucker punch. One of these two will do wonders for you. Just mess around, see what you like, see what you don't like. I personally like headphone bass boost because I have IEMs, but it's just what you prefer. Moving down here, the most important thing right here is the configure frequency intensity. So what I have on my left one, you want to copy it on to the right one. So just be aware of that. I'm not going to go through both of them. Just whatever's on the left, you copy it to the right. So it's going to do some weird noises. I apologize. 20 and 50 hertz, 250 hertz is going to be at 40, 500 hertz is going to be at 40, 1K, and so on and so forth. Just make sure you copy these settings on the right channel as well. Exactly the same. All right, moving on to class setups and the classes that I use currently. So right off the bat, I use the M15 because I'm a main AR. So I am currently rocking the lethal tools, the fusion barrel, the iron hold, angled grip, the hex cut, and the wander stock. This is honestly what I've been running. It's my newest build I've been running. I think this is a Lucas and Dashy's current build at the very moment. And I just like it a lot. It just hits. It really does do wonders, honestly. Moving on to the rest, since we are not allowed to use attachments on our pistol, I have no attachments for that. I use a trophy system. I use a stun with the left overclock, and I use a lethal grenade, a frag. Depending on the type of map I'm playing on, let's say I'm playing exposure, I'll do the right one. If I'm doing high density or like regular maps or whatever, like say I just want to throw a nade, get a kill off spawn, depending on how I want to play it, I'll use regular high density explosive. So they're both not G8. We're allowed to use both. So, you know, it just whatever you want to use depending on how you want to make your strat on S&D or whatever it may be. That's what I currently use. And then as for the perks, I currently use Ninja, Fast Hands, Dexterity, and Flak Jacket along with Perk Read as our wild card. Moving on to the subclass, this is a current updated subclass that 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬 and Neptune. This is actually Neptune's class. I think this is 𝐦𝐨𝐬's class now, though. He's starting to use it. But this is Neptune's original class that he played in just in the last major. And we're using the Hawkeye Hybrid 45 as a muzzle, the 19-inch barrel, the quick arm grip, the serval Q-step stock that has never changed since the last setup, and then obviously overpressured rounds. There you have it, you guys. That is the best class setups, the best settings to use, the best controller settings to use, the best graphics to use, everything that you need for ranked play tomorrow, or technically at the time of recording today. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. I've been enjoying the vibes. If you guys have been enjoying the vibes, please leave a like and a sub. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you guys have not checked out our last video, it's going to be right above me right here. And that's basically all for today. Enjoy some ranked play games, you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with a new video on the updated callouts for all the maps for ranked play. And then I'll make another video as well in a couple of days going over my gameplay of first time playing ranked on this new season. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'll catch you guys later.